Hi, my name is Michael Moore, and today I'm here to talk to you about introducing a technological change into an organization. There's three main points that need to be covered in order to get that technological change addressed. First, we need to talk about the different communication methods we use within the organization. Then we need to talk about how we support the management staff in order to get that change fostered within the organization. Finally, we need to talk about uh, training the staff and change management. Firstly, we'll cover communication methods. Different mediums need to be used in order to make sure everyone gets the message within the organization. The problem is certain people won't always react as well to certain mediums, so if we use all kinds of mediums, then we ensure that we reach a wider audience. One of the first important mediums that's normally used within an organization is email. Email is easy to use, it's quick, and it's convenient. The downside to email is that you don't always know if the receiver actually got the message. There's no way to ensure that without asking them again, hey, did you get the email? And in a lot of cases, people get so many emails throughout their days that they might actually ignore a bunch of their emails or simply delete them without even looking at them. Another important communication medium is the conference call. Conference calls are nice because they're real time and it's direct contact to your employees. The downside is they can be kind of boring and it's hard to hold people's attention, and you also can't really tell if they're actually paying attention because you can't see them and see their body language. Finally, there's the actual meeting, which is the richest communication medium, and it's very comprehensive. You can cover anything you need to within that communication medium. The problem is it's hard to organize that kind of meeting, and you need to get everyone involved in the same actual geographical area. Next, we'll talk about supporting the management staff. The first thing you need to understand about supporting the management staff is you have to get the entire management staff to buy into the change. They have to all be on board, because if they're not on board, then you're basically doomed, because your own management staff is going to foster more uncertainty within your employees. Now, support is very important as well. It needs to begin at the top of the command chain. What happens is, if you don't have proper financial and technical and expertise, then you're not going to be able to train your employees and your staff properly. In order to get that expertise, you need to have a proper team of experts that can train the staff. Now, what happens is, if you get that team of experts in place, you can have them work with your management team, and they can get hands-on experience working with any kind of new technological change that's necessary. This allows them to ask questions and feel comfortable with the material or the equipment in order to give them an opportunity to explain what's going on to their employees when the time comes for them to train them. Now, they should also be able to provide plenty of training materials such as manuals and instructions as to how to use this new equipment or software. Including this should be methods which allow employees to understand exactly what's going on, give them a step-by-step guide, and allow them to use the new equipment or technology in a very safe and very efficient way. Also, you need to be able to set goals for your employees. You need to be able to answer their questions with certainty and confidence, and you need to find out any answers to questions that you don't have. Finally, upper management needs to make sure they're getting involved and helping the staff out as well as their lower management who deal directly with the staff. Finally, we need to talk about change management. What we need to do is create a culture that actually accepts change, and we need to maintain that culture. In the event that you don't have such a culture, such a large technological change can easily create lots of uncertainty and fear within your workforce. This is obviously counterproductive, because they'll spend more time worrying about what's going to happen to them rather than focusing on the job and getting better at it and creating a better situation for the company and themselves. In order to manage such resistance, management has to make sure they maintain a positive attitude about the change the entire time. What often happens when you don't have management on board is management will tend to agree with the employees that, oh yeah, this change isn't very good, we should just not even do this. And that is entirely counterproductive and is a huge waste of time, money, and resources for the organization. What you need to do is make sure the staff understands how this change helps them. If you can show them how it makes their job easier, makes their life better, and doesn't threaten their position or have a chance of destroying their job, then they'll eventually come around, understand, and learn to appreciate the change. One way to do this is to get staff involved. If you allow suggestions, and especially if you use some of their suggestions that are related to the change, then you're going to have staff that feels like they're more in control of their own destiny. This is really good for morale because it allows them to actually have a say in what's going on, and that normally helps them to understand the change better, and they feel like management actually listens to them. Another critical important part is you need to make sure that the staff understands that they have goals to reach. It's okay to set fairly moderate to low goals with the new equipment at first, but they need to make sure that they have something to shoot for. This helps them get progressively better, and it also helps the organization benchmark the change, and it also helps production in the long run. If you can change some of the attitudes of the staff members from resistant and fearful to accepting and actually happy with the change, a lot of the others will eventually fall into line. But you have to actually get your foot in the door on that first. Finally, what we need to reiterate is in order to get a proper technological change happening in an organization, you need proper communication, you need proper support of your management, and you need to be able to manage the change within your organization. Thank you for your time.